I wanted to start a new series on here, which is going to be about denominationalism. So denominations are like divisions of Christianity, like Methodism, Lutheranism, um, Presbyterianism, um, Episcopalian, Anglican, Catholic, Roman Catholic, Eastern Orthodox Catholic. All those are denominations of Christianity. So they all would fall under the umbrella of Christianity in our general thinking, but they're all like different kinds of Christianity. So I want to first just kind of examine what the Bible says about denominations and Christianity and see if denominations are consonant with biblical Christianity. And then in the series, I want to go denomination by denomination and study out what they teach and if that is biblical. So I'm really excited about it. I'm learning more about different denominations. The denominations I was familiar with were Baptist, Southern Baptist. My grandmother was a Southern Baptist. And so I would spend part of the summer with her every year. So I grew up partly in a Baptist church because she was a deacon in her church. And so she was very committed to her church. So we went there when I was down visiting her. And then I grew up, my mom wanted to continue that tradition. It's her mother, but not, I think the church must have felt a little oppressive to her. So she wanted to take us to church still because she felt like that was an important part of upbringing. But I think she didn't want the same kind of church experience that her mother had had. So we went to a congregational church, United Church of Christ. When I was growing up, and I was in the church choir there, and I really loved it. I enjoyed it. And then when I was seeking, when I really started to get the Bible and church on my mind, I was drawn to Catholicism first. That actually was my kind of the window that God used for me to kind of start prying my heart open or softening my heart. I was reading these Catholic mom blogs, and those were very attractive, partly because they have, beautiful families, and I'm a sucker for children, and I love kids. I love, I love that kind of stuff. So that was very attractive, but also it was very attractive to me that they were living out their faith, that they allowed their faith to influence their decision making. It wasn't just lip service, it was the way they actually lived, and that's very attractive, or it was very attractive to me. So it's funny, I can see how God was preparing my heart for where he wanted to bring me. But anyway, so that is what is up next on this channel. If you're interested, please tune in. And part of, too, why I want to do this series is that I'm hoping that everybody can find something here that they relate to, because I think that for a lot of people, especially in our modern day society and especially more in the big cities and stuff and intellectual communities and whatever, going to church is almost seen as weird, right? And so I would like to kind of address that question of why don't people like church? For some people, for large communities of people in the U.S., going to church is not weird. Not going to church is weird. There's a lot of, in rural areas, in the black and white middle class or working class, you go to church, But in all, I would think in all races, in the upper class, not so much. And in cities where people are wealthy and independent and all that, church going is very low. I live in the Bay Area. People in San Francisco don't really go to church. And if you ask them to go to church, they're kind of like, well, why? So I think that attitude has to come from somewhere. And generally it comes from your upbringing or your experience of church or your experience of churchy people. So that's kind of why I want to do this series also. I just want to address that and figure out like what is people's experience that makes them like, I don't think so, church. Especially because church, according to the Bible, God is love. So we all want love. So why do we not want God in that, in the way that the Bible talks about? So I think there is like a real misunderstanding of what church is or should be, and I'm hoping to address that also as part of this series. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If y'all still here, I definitely took a hiatus for a little while there, just trying to figure out what my purpose was with this channel. So I hope you enjoy this upcoming series, and thank you so much. Bye.